members. Good afternoon, all. Please permit me to make a special reference to my big Egbon. It would be an aberration if I failed to do that. Egbon Jai. Please, a round of applause to him. Just like Randy said, we've come a long way. He's a very dependable brother who, despite the status difference, took me as a friend, as a brother, and ever reliable. I recall in 2018, he practically celebrated my birthday. Only where we happen to be same birthday, almost the same month, but not the same day. I think his is 17th, and mine is 21st. I really appreciate you. I see this invitation as a great honor. Happy to be in your midst this afternoon. The establishment of the group is not new to me. For so many years, I've looked at you from a distance. The great things you do, the fellowship, and the bond you have created over the years. It's not just a social gathering. The area of welfare, because I've seen so many of you that have benefited greatly from this relationship, both morals, financially, and what have you. And I pray that God will continue to sustain the relationship. I am Olusegun Ogunbemide, MNI, the Corps Public Education Officer of Federal Road Safety Corps, and at the same time, the Assistant Corps Marshal. I missed, felicitating with you last night because I came in so stressed from Port Harcourt, and I find myself under the weather. So I said, let me just take a little rest. But to God be the glory, I'm better this morning. So all the way, we are moving together. Very briefly, I've been given the mandate to talk on technology. For real service delivery, a service to humanity. That's the topic given to me. And I want to believe we'll be able to do justice to it. Like we all know where we were so many years back. As a nation, and where we are today. We all know the difference between the one we call analog and digital, and the impact of digital in the society and the progress we have made over the years. So in brief, we can say technology is the application of scientific knowledge In line with the Global Framework Plan of Action Requirements, the Corps operates a people, process, and technology tripod and makes technology readily available to the staff to enhance digital competence and continuous improvement. The balance of the PPT makes programs to be faster, that's the power of technology now, more efficient and effective. It's unfortunate the slide is not here. You will have seen the evolution of driver's license in Nigeria. Is there? Oh, I didn't even know. From the paper driver's license to what we have currently. When we talk of service to humanity, for some of you that come from the diaspora, you agree with me that our driver's license digitalization is a blessing to Nigerians. In the past, you can't take the paper that we're using then to America to say you want to start or you want to be allowed to drive tentatively pending the time you get your local driver's license. But today, if you have federal safety called Nigeria's driver's license, in some states in America, you can be allowed, I think in Canada too, you can 6 months, you can be allowed to use Nigeria's driver's license to drive pending the time you get your local driver's license. And it's not just by chance. It's because we've been able to build the integrity of our driver's license over the years. Thank you very much. And what has made this to be possible is the introduction of technology. Because at the punch of their button, they can get all details about you. And they have a way of translating to us to get the history, your driving history. And I have a news for you, which we have not been doing in the past. We are going into punching points system, where every infraction you commit on the highway is given a point and it goes into your record. So the days of telling them that you are a clean driver when you are already a reckless driver is over. So as they are punching it and you say, oh, he has committed about 19 points offenses in Nigeria, definitely is going to kill somebody in America. We can't give him driver's license. That is the destination and we are there very soon. A round of applause now. So to regulate and further improve the standard of driving schools operations in Nigeria, because that's where the basis starts. Many of us are out there driving, we never pass through the walls of driving school. And that's why the road does not speak to us. Any driver that drives and does not have interface with the road is a bad driver. He can never be a good driver. And it's unfortunate that sometimes the roads refuse to speak because the voice is not there. And what is the voice of the road? The signages. So I feel for you too. But we are putting all concerted efforts in place to make sure that government listens to this. Because if you are going from Lagos to Ibadan and you don't have anything to tell you how many kilometers you still have left, there's tendency for you to be operating in the air and thinking that the journey is still far. But if you have a sign that says 20 kilometers to Ibadan, you can easily calculate it that under 20 minutes I will be in Ibadan. So you can know, okay, the function you are going for, you still have about 30 minutes to play with. And the essence of speed will not be required. And that is the meaning of saying the road should be able to talk to you. So if you are getting to a spot and you see the signage that says multiple bends, your common sense will surely tell you that this is not where to rush to, because you know you are going to come across bends. So that's why we try to get it from the basics. When you go to driving school, you are faced or you are tutored on the various signages. Will it not be a surprise to you that an average driver from the north or from wherever, when he's coming with that tanker to the south and he sees the sign that says narrow bridge ahead, slow down, Adamu will turn to Yunusa, Umafaroni. So always trying. Lagos is beautiful. See the sign in color. He never knew that message was for him to slow down, because what I passed through a lot in the last 2 years
when it comes to the issue of issuance of driver's license. There are so many of you here that did your driver's license, but please go back to the centers and pick your driver's license. They have already been produced. But the destination we are going, really, by virtue of the power of technology to make things easier, is contactless driver's license. That under 24 hours, as you are doing your capture, your original driver's license is coming out. We are eradicating the use of temporary driver's license. I think we should celebrate that. I have to skip, they say I have limited time. So alignment of the process of vehicle registration to the national identity number. For you to do your driver's license and number plates now, federal government has directed that there should be a kind of alignment of all agencies with NIA so that we all pull from the same pool. The idea of getting a different data with FRSC, different one with the police, and different one for Nigeria will not be the situation again. So if you want to access driver's license with FRSC, you must come with the details of your NIN and even number plates. Recovery of stolen vehicles. Technology has assisted us a great deal. Our number plate registration is totally digitalized and it is personal. When you register your vehicle, please, at the point where you need to give the vehicle to another person in sales, remove your number plates. Because that number plate is your identity. All the details you have in the number plate belong to you. If you sell the vehicle with the number plate and you got involved in crime, you are the first target for police because it's already recorded. So what you do, your transfer of ownership and everything should be changed so that you can release the vehicle totally. With the power of technology, the National Vehicle Identification Scheme assisted us in 2023 to date in recovering about 176 vehicles. How did this come to be? When your vehicle is stolen, there's every tendency that they will want to go and register it, unless it is cannibalized. At the point of re-registering, the moment they put in the chassis number, all your details will come out. So what we normally do is when we see the phone number, we call the person, where is your vehicle? And something will say, why are you reminding me my vehicle was stolen about 3 years ago? And we say, please, quietly come over to so place. We have a vehicle that resembles your own. So many of them are in the police stations now. So what to do when you have such, quickly call 122 to enable us flag such number so that we can assist in getting your stolen vehicle. I don't know how to skip. I have a lot. Okay, let me just do this. Technology also assisted in post-crash care. All over the world, nobody can stop crashes from happening. I'm sure you agree with me. All over the world, no matter how perfect. And that's the essence of calling it an accident. But what we are tending towards is to reduce fatality. I had recently, I think a particular month, they recorded that America has recorded about 3,000 fatality. But if it's Nigeria that is mentioned, you say it can never happen in America. If you are close to CNN, you have less respect for these people. It's only here, they only show us what we think we should know. From 42,000 in 1988, Nigeria has succeeded in reducing fatality to 6,000. That is what we have today. It's still huge, we are not happy, because that is not our destination. But with your support, we can get there. And how do you do this through technology? In case there's a crash, we have the toll-free number 122. It is available for you. It's toll-free. The moment you call it, our call center is operating 24 hours. They will call the nearest person, and the next thing, you see our men on ground to assist you with road safety with necessary attention to take the person quickly to the hospital and attend to them. And we also try to reduce fatality, because the greatest thing that has added or prompted more fatality on our highway is speed, excessive speed. Many of us, we don't have discipline when it comes to speed. That's why we have this phrase, speed thrills, but it does what? It kills. And it's true. If you operate under the 100 kilometers per hour that FRSC says you should go, there's tendency that even when you are involved in a crash, it will not lead to death. But when you go beyond that, because of lack of discipline, especially for most of our commercial drivers, who are always prompt by money they want to make, for you as a private driver, that's why we keep less priority on you. The face of your wife seated inside the vehicle with you, the faces of your children is your own speed limit device. But the driver of that commercial vehicle does not have any relationship with you. The only thing that interests him is remuneration or whatever money that he wants to make. And that's what made us to introduce the speed limit device in commercial vehicles. So that no matter how much you try to press the accelerator, it's already calibrated that it cannot go beyond 100 kilometers per hour. It's still a big battle for us. Because when it is installed, you tamper with it. Or you can play a major role. When you enter a special, when you enter, what's it called? When you enter a commercial vehicle and you see the driver going on speed, quickly interface. We have what we call smart enforcement. Leverage appropriate cutting-edge technology on road safety. We have received enough blows from members of the public, and that's why many of you don't want us to carry arms. You enjoy the impunity of slapping FRSC at will. You believe they are vulnerable. If you don't leave that road, I will clear you off. And you think it's just an ordinary threat. They meant it, they've done it, and so many of our men have been killed. In the last 3 years, we have lost more than 3 men. And some will even say, is that no better way of stopping vehicles rather than being on the highway? The job of enforcement is not a child's play. It's never easy. And when we make reference to America, I say, can't you apply technology the way they apply in the Western world? I've not seen where technology does rescue. Have you seen one? It takes the involvement of the physical presence of the agencies on the highway to be able to do that. We don't need to be selfish. And either you like it or not, the essence of the harms is not to attack road users, but is to protect our operatives. Is to be able to go on the highway at night when there's a crash to prevent crash hoodlums from attacking our men. So please, when it comes up, support us. But one thing we have been able to do, we have camera bodies now that is being worn by our men. We have it, I think the pilot's game is taking place in Lagos, in Abuja now, and some in Lagos. And I'm sure you see with last man. The essence of that camera is that when you are trying to throw that blow, it's being recorded. So the lies you tell that no, I never touched him is the one that touched me, they will play it for you to see. Abi, I don't care. So let me quickly round up because although I have so much, but let me just keep to meet up with the time given to me. The major one technology that is in rave now, that is just being introduced by FRSC last year, is the one we call FRSC mobile app. You can access this through your Google Store, Apple Store, desktop please. Okay, just access it. It is FRSC mobile app. It was launched in 2023, and the essence of this mobile app is it has so much functionalities that when you have it as a passenger in a commercial vehicle, you can know the speed the driver is going. When it's downloaded, please, you can access it as I'm talking, if it's not a fact. You can access the speed the driver is going. You can know the black spots on the highway. When you are getting to a black spot, it will show you that you are approaching a black spot. We have the on the ground information awareness that when you see our men misbehaving and you come across crashes, you can video it and send it to us online. It will get to our situation room where it's going to be assessed. You can know the status of your driver's license and number plate. It's highly loaded. And we have a national traffic radio in FCT that the bandwidth is just within FCT. But with this mobile app, wherever you have network, you can hear it loud and clear. And it's all about giving you information about the traffic situation all over. So what are the recommendations I would like to make in closing? Though the Corps is working towards addressing these challenges earlier addressed, this gap requires deliberate and collaborative action from government, the private sector, and civil society. Implement a unified mandatory digital crash reporting platform. Government investment in last-mile connectivity and satellite-based infrastructure for remote highway monitoring. We have it in Lagos already. CCTV is doing a great job in Lagos. Sustain extensive and low tech sensitization campaign that explain why digital systems are essential. That is part of what we are doing today. Establish a dedicated road safety trust fund supported by public-private partnership. The foundation can also assist us. You have a role to play. Every life you save today can be yours. And in conclusion, let me hand it. The slide is there. We can always have access to it because it's actually quite robust, but the same time is quite limited. The theme, technology for rail service to humanity, reminds us of that technology is merely an amplifier of human intent. For the FRSC, that intent is the sanctity of human life. Our commitment is to deploy technology that is inclusive, ethical, and impactful. We believe that by making every interaction seamless, every enforcement transparent, and every response immediate, we are honoring the promise of technology as a true servant of humanity. We look forward to partnering with organizations like the LD Rhythms Foundation to accelerate this digital transformation and bring Nigeria closer to the goal of zero road fatality. Thank you very much for this.
Please, let's give him a standing ovation. Sir, the plate number, I believe it was designed by your corporation or commission. Anytime the plate number fails, drivers are always arrested or harassed. The plate number was not designed by me. I paid before I was given the plate number. And maybe due to the poor production, the plate number fails. You still harass me based on the inefficiency of whoever produced the plate number. That is question number one, sir. Question number two, sir. I am a driver. I have my seatbelt on. The passenger sitting beside me is not having the seatbelt. Who is the offender? Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll take a question. Wait a minute. I'll take a question from Elgian Eleshi. Eleshi, please ask your question. Greetings. I think it is amazing to find decent man like you in the road safety. I am surprised. Yeah, because when I applied to join road safety in 2009, after I ran 3 kilometers, the people that did not run, their name came out, and my name did not come out. Anyway, let's see. Speed limit. Think the speed limit law is not right. You are telling me to drive 80 kilometers per hour on terminal when there is no traffic. It's not rational because in Frankfurt, we can drive from Frankfurt to Hanover 300 kilometers per hour. Yeah. Takes 4 hours. So if you are driving 80, so if you take the whole day, I think so. And then there are some towns in Ojoju If you are coming from the highway and you want to go through you want to enter with the Lubega, that roundabout, there are some town there who said that they are task force. I get angry one day, I will kill one of them. Because I paid 45,000 those idiots. But they fine me 75,000. And the money did not go to government account. Car theft. Do you know that the chassis number that you trust, people can manipulate the traffic number. If they change 1 to 4 or E or F to E, then the chassis number is gone. How will you find that car? And the road safety guys, before you stop me, I don't stop for them because in the road safety law, before you flag down a car, there must be what we call primary offense. I'm using my seatbelt and navigating. Why are you stopping me? I will not stop for you. And you guys are always taking private vehicles. Are you afraid of Dangote trucks? Those are the violators. Those are the violators, man. They don't clamp down their truck or the container, but you don't flag them down because you are afraid of Dangote guy, God the Lord. Right? Thank you. Thank you very much. Ugo, please ask your question. Then after that, Dawn.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Ugo. We have met before. Okay, 2 questions in 30 seconds. First one is, we talked about plate numbers, and once you sell your car, you take your plate number. What happens to that plate number we take away? Are we entitled to using it for another car? How do we go about it? Secondly, road safety obviously are given the right to stop vehicles, especially when they have toddlers inside in the car, children, infants. Do they still have that right? Are they supposed to take this driver or that very car? I mean, are they meant to apprehend the driver? And then to the extent of taking the car to their, what's it called? To their office. Those are my questions. They're very big.
Thank you very much. Don Kuchi. And that will be the last question from that side.
In 1
Thank
minute.
you.
In 1 minute. Last man is doing well in enforcement. I will explain. They don't have a way to flag electronically, and all you see is text message. So this has helped a lot because most of drivers now are warned, because if I send my driver an errand and I receive a text message, I simply remove it from the salary. So most of them now understand the enforcement of managing the traffic law. I've not seen that from road safety. The second question somebody wanted to ask is that if a road safety check stopped you, at most times they just want to find a way of making sure that you have offended. They will check everything, trying to look as if they must put something on you. I know it's not all marshal, but a lot of them. How do you manage these things?
Thank you very much. Then lastly,
thank you very much, sir. I thank you for taking us through how we can avoid risks. What do I mean by risks? Road accidents in the deficiency syndrome. And my question, just advise us here that when you want to sell your vehicle, remove your plate number. Because all your data is in that plate number. Now, you remove your plate number and now sell the car. What happens to the chassis? Because the chassis, you cannot remove it. It also goes with your vehicle. How do you do? What do you do with it?
The distinguished mayor, participant, let me quickly respond to this. It's an indication that we're quite attentive while what's going on. The fading number plates. Permit me, I might not really relate to the names. It's been an issue. And there were even successive litigations on this. There was one that says we don't have the right to arrest somebody for fading number plates or faded number plates. But at the same time, the owner of the vehicle has the mandate to replace the faded number plate. Is there no contradiction there? I don't have the power to arrest you for having faded number plates. But it's also a mandate for you to change your number plates when it's faded. That's what the current judgment said. And we're going to assist government in enforcing that. Let's weigh that. One, technology assisted in fixing these number plates. And technology can be faulty. But over the years, FRSC has mastered this because the faded number plate is a function of quality of the material used. In FRSC, I know you will laugh, it's not a sign of poverty, please. There's a vehicle I've been using for the past more than 10 years, and the number plate has not faded. So how come mine is better? You bought a clothes, and they said use soap to wear this clothes, to wash the clothes and use detergent. And the next week the clothes got faded. Then you return to the seller, please, this your clothes has faded. Who will fix it? They won't listen to you. So we from our hands, and I want to clear this please, you are going to encounter two categories of number plates in Nigeria. FRSC is given the mandate to design and produce number plates by law. But Lagos State, by virtue of MOU, produces their own number plates, while Federal Safety Corps produce number plates for the rest of the states. So if your number plates that you are complaining that is faded is from this other pool, please try and reach out to Motor Vehicle Administration of Lagos State to explain what you think must have gone wrong. But as regards the other states, if it happens, we have been working on this and we have tried to enlighten members of the public. Avoid using unnecessary chemicals to wash your number plates. Maybe we'll get to the point one day. Passengers not having the seatbelt, whose fault? The vehicle belongs to you. The object of litigation when there's an infraction is the vehicle, the number plate. We don't use so we cannot use the passenger. The passenger, if you are in a commercial vehicle and your passenger misbehave, and as a driver you fail to talk to him, there's every tendency that you carry the burden of that infraction. That's what is operating for now. I don't know how better to explain that. In some corporate establishment like oil companies, when you're about to drive out of the company, even if the person is the MD, if you fail to use a seatbelt, the driver will not move. Because by virtue of the rule, that place is the office of the driver, is the one that determines what happened in his property. So please, as far as the law is concerned today, we don't have any business with the driver, when the passenger, when there is a traffic infraction. If your passenger is using phone while you are driving and not making use of phone, we don't arrest you for the offense of the passenger. But if your own action as a driver will impair on road traffic crashes, will get you arrested. And that's the way it runs. The fact that the passenger is not using seatbelt, if the vehicle some assaults and the passenger gets killed, you'll be held responsible for not taking the necessary action. They say speed limit is not rational on Third Mainland Bridge. Third Mainland Bridge should be about 20 kilo. Is it up to? Is Third Mainland Bridge up to 20 kilometers? 22, thereabouts. And my brother said it's not 80 kilometers per hour. Third Mainland Bridge is a typical expressway. The one you call expressway, Lagos-Ibadan expressway, is just a dual carriageway. When you are driving on the expressway, the only way of coming in and going out is through interchange. So on Lagos-Ibadan expressway, you see turning points all over. So those ones are dual carriageway. And the kilometer coverage that is allowed on Third Mainland Bridge is 100 kilometers per hour. So if you are driving on Nigerian road on Third Mainland Bridge and you say 100 kilometers per hour is not enough, then that means you can't drive in Nigeria. And you made reference to America, that you could afford to drive 300 kilometers per hour. It's not something to celebrate. Because if you hear of a crash in America today, maybe it has to do with your relative. Don't ask about the hospital where it's being recovered. Ask about the mortuary where it's taken to. Because every crash in America is fatal because of the speed, just like you rightly said. So we don't want that here. Chassis number is gone. How do you take the vehicle? Yeah, that's in the minority. The essence is still part of what we are saying. The atrocities of Nigeria. Everything that is put in place to be good for us is being tampered with. It's normal. It's not what FRSC understands is that chassis number that comes with the vehicle stays. Or if it's tampered with, unfortunately for the owner of the vehicle, or it's in the minority. Just the way people will condemn the use of seatbelts. When I use seatbelts, it stains my clothes. Which one sticks blood or stain from seatbelts when you wash? And some people say, if the vehicle plunges into water, how will I remove my seatbelt? And we ask, how many vehicles plunges into water compared to the number of vehicles that are hit from the rear and the person surges to the windscreen and gets his head broken? So you just weigh its advantages. Which one do you prefer? So these people were talking in minority, wear arm rubber picks and start thinking of how to falter the chassis. So FRSC will not be able to do anything about that. Arrest of trucks, only private cars are known. Dangote, yes. Thank God you said you wanted to join FRSC. Many of you today were abusing FRSC until you become special marshals, right? And we deliberately allow you to follow us on the highway to go and do patrol. The same pure water you throw on our men have been thrown on you. And he says, this is what you people are passing through. Very soon, by December, FRSC will be doing recruitments. You can afford to send one of your relative members and tell him to go and stand in front of Dangote without rifle and say, because I want to show how macho I am, I will stand before Dangote. That is the essence of technology. And this, you just brought up this topic, and it's quite germane to humanity. We are part of humanity. Is FRSC not human being? If I have a means of getting your number plate and arresting you in future, why will I stand before you and allow myself to be broken, my bones to be broken? And as you are sitting here, we'll say, let's give a minute's honor in honor of our late brother. The next thing they will start distributing drinks and food, and you will not remember that you just gave a minute's honor. So it's not, I don't show, during NSAS, they were about burning my office, and my guys were calling from headquarters and said, this is a man, this is the time to show that you are a man. I say, come down from headquarters and show that you are a man in the face of attack. So there are things that are difficult, that technology has assisted us. The implication is that you can commit the crime, but you cannot escape. Because when we get your number, we'll be able to trace you. You know, at the point when you were registering your vehicle, you were not having crime in mind. You give your phone number, you give your address. You can only run, you cannot disappear from the space. We'll get you. So technology has assisted us in doing this, but we are trying our efforts. You can imagine a vehicle coming from the north with about 50 passengers mixed with cattle, and a patrol team with 4 men is now expected to stop them. Boys with knives in their hands. There's this phrase that is important to all of us. Anytime you are doing enforcement, your own personal safety first. And you know there's the hadith that says, he that runs away from the battle that can come again to continue, not the dead hero. So I'm sure you understand this. What happened to the plate number removed from other vehicles? The fact that you have removed your data when you are buying another vehicle, you align with Motor Vehicle Administration of the states, they will transfer the information for you, and you still use that same vehicle for the new vehicle, and that same number plate for the new vehicle. And let me just join it with the issue of chassis. It goes with your this thing with the same information. It's not PTD now. BDF rather, it's not PDF, right? So when they are registering you again, they will delete the chassis of the vehicle you have sold out and put the new chassis and give you the new information, but still sustain your number plate. Last man using technology, we have been celebrating that in FRSC, and we are not in any competition with last man. FRSC line of communication to the federal government is very long. You reach this before you reach. So most time, LASTMA being direct link with the state government, when it comes to empowerment, it's easier. It's the baby of the governor. So it's easier for them to improve. And we have so many technocrats in Lagos State that have a way of importing Western technology to our hand. It's acceptable. So when we see this and it's good, we emulate it. If it's coming from us first, we do the same. This contactless driver's license process that I just spoke about, it's FRSC that is coming up with it. Don't be surprised, tomorrow, Lagos State will say, let us follow suit, and that's the way it runs. So it's not about competition, it's about bringing technology to serve humanity. Offenses by all means by FRSC. I want to apologize on behalf of the system for this. That is never our character. Anytime you see any overzealous from our men, that's the essence of having this number, 122. You are free to call it, and that's also the essence of having the FRSC mobile app, communicators. Administrations of FRSC are not run on social handles. When somebody commits an infraction against you, the next thing you put it on Facebook. I won't go to Facebook to start attending to you. We have our formations all over. There's no commanding officer in Lagos today, and I make bold to say it, there's no return syndrome FRSC. Any infraction you see being committed by our men on the highway, it is OYO. That is why when they are caught, they are sacked. I'm sure you watched NTA recently, when we display some of our men. You don't do that to those that you celebrate or to those you want to pamper. And that is what FRSC is known for. We have zero tolerance to any infraction. So because we know it, we get feedback. And I used to joke with it. When they have allowed those that are having genuine offenses to go, and it's time for them to go back home, woe be time if you are the one that fallen. If there are no infractions, like he said, it's very fast with FRSC. He said primary offenses. When they don't see any primary offenses, they stop you. They become militants. They check your tire and see whether flies are biting your tire. You even use your seatbelt, they will say the seatbelt is not black enough. Just because they felt they have to go back and show that they have worked for the day. But that's never our character. So if you have encountered this, please, when it happens again, you are free to call the system, not on social media. Free to reach out to the commanding officer. We are always in a hurry, and that's why these boys, they abuse our rights. Many of us don't want to be delayed in any way. Go back to the system and report. They have their names on their chests. You can even go along and pick the pin. But it's somehow begging for us. So when you start using phone to, there's a trick I use when I drive. As I'm approaching the uniform person, I've already picked the name. The moment I get to him, I say, John, how are you doing? He will think we have known for long. And the system will change totally. The moment you have captured the name, it will sit up because he wouldn't know the extent you are going to go. Join us in solving this problem. It's a big embarrassment to us and the nation. So with your cooperation, we can get there. So offenses are not just meant for the private, it's meant for commercial, it's meant for all categories of vehicles. If you go to my office today, you see commercial vehicles, you see trailers, when it's possible to arrest them. Don't expect my men to pursue a tanker that is loaded with 45,000 liters of fuel. if it crashes, ordinary Okada rider, when we try to stop the Okada and it deliberately falls his passenger, what do? And having you to beat the man and burn the car. And at the same time, you are the one that will point fingers. See, they can't arrest that man. And let me clear this. When you are being arrested by FRSC for an infraction, stop telling them, see others passing. They can only arrest you at a time. Just face your own music. They say you are corrupt. They say my forefathers were corrupt. They were not there when we were corrupt now. I entered the church in closing. A pastor told me that how come we have not been able to stop offenders on the highway? And I asked him, Pastor, how come you still have sinners in your church? And he kept quiet. Transportation is the most dynamic sector. You have newcomers every day. And you have those that are defiant, recalcitrant offenders that are not ready to change. So that is why we are also there to change the narrative. So what is the view of upgrading of cars from ML to DLE? What is the mix? Narrate it. That's gas. Okay. Well, when Dangote came up with about 4,000 CNG trucks, I'm sure you are aware that they are bringing in 4,000 CNG vehicles. I asked a question. I said, are they coming with 4,000 tanker drivers? Have we made provision for 4,000 tanker drivers? We have to ask ourselves. Because most of the crashes we have involving trucks are not because the vehicles are not good. They are because the proficiency status of the drivers have come out. So if you are bringing in 4,000 trucks, please make provision for 4,000 good truck drivers. Tanker driving is different from private car saloon driving. So you can't just translate, and that's one. And we are doing researches on the implication of these CNGs on our highway. We had one at Nyanya when there was an explosion and some people were killed. But eventually, because of the investigation, we realized that it's not the tank that got exploded, but it was the impact that led to infamy. So truly, I won't be able to say much on this. It's a subject of government interest. Even when our researches are concluded, it's for government so that we will know the proper action to take. But many people have waited. The establishment have come to our office to justify the need why this is the way to go. It is eco-friendly. The climate change we are talking about is going to assist us. So whichever way that is good for us is what we are going to adopt. Thank you very much for listening.
Please let's give him a standing ovation. Please, let's give him a standing ovation. He has given us an in-depth analysis of what goes on within the transport section. Thank you very much for this beautiful delivery. We are very, very grateful. It is very, very rich. God bless you, sir. And thanks for coming. Yes. So moving on, the next item on the agenda for the program is the Presidential Award to be anchored by my president.
LG readings. Let there be long. Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Hope we are enjoying our convention. Thank you very much. Yes, this award, I did it personally without anyone. And I want to use it to appreciate my ESCO. I call it Pillar of Loyalty Award. This award will be presented to my ESCO member in recognition of their unwavering loyalty, dedication, excellent support for my leadership, their commitment, teamwork, and steadfast belief in shared vision. They have truly proven to be a pillar of loyalty that upholds the spirit and strength of our foundation. So I will call on Mayor to help me present the award to the school. Then after that, I have President Star Award. That will be done later at the dinner. But one will be given to one of our members that is leaving for important assignment today. Thank you very much.
I call on the General Secretary to please come and answer. Kindly look into it, whoever comes next. Excuse.
For the award of Pillar of Loyalty, which is being presented to Comrade Matthew Ojukwu Ogo. Please let's give him a round of applause.
You are welcome.
Pillar of Loyalty Award presented to Olumide Oluwemimo Olodare Triple O, our admin.
You are welcome, sir. Greetings. This is the man many of you refer to as the power behind the throne. And when the time comes, I will tell some stories, a gist that goes along in the corridor of power. People like him, I think there are 3 of them. I call them Onitijumi. And then you people, you will call that quite a number of names. But the story behind Onitijumi, I have 3 or 4 of them. I will tell you the story about them. You are welcome, sir. This is one award appreciating your efforts, financially, morally, and otherwise. God will continue to be with you. You are welcome, sir.
Pillar of Loyalty Awards presented to Ààrẹ Bọ̀dé Fákúnlé FCA, the Ààrẹ of Universe.
Ààrẹ himself, you are most welcome, sir. Here is the man that I call him my running mate. We used to be friends, but now we are running mates. Either can leave me lady, come on, leave me lola, and then you are welcome, sir. You are welcome, sir. This is a pleasant award in recognition of your support, loyalty, and commitment to the ideals of everything. God will continue to be with you. You are most welcome, sir.
Still continuing with the Pillar of Loyalty Awards to Diego Nla himself. To our Lord Mayor, Chief Dr. Titus Adeniyi Ale, the Mayor of LJ Residence. Please let's all stand up and just appreciate him.
On behalf of great members of LJ Redeems Foundation, I have the singular privilege, highly privileged, sir, to present this award to you, Pillars of Loyalty Award, presented to you, Dr. Titus Adeniyi Ale, the Mayor himself. A round of applause, please.
Okay. Is that not finishing? I am monitoring spirits.
Thank you very much, sir. The Pillar of Loyalty Award
Hi. On behalf of the Mayor, LJ Redeems Foundation, and of course our President, I have the singular honor to present this award to no other person than Sir Akewumi Akifenwa. A round of applause for him, please.
The next on the list of Pillar of Loyalty Awards is hereby presented to our trustee, the woman like a man, the woman without power, Mrs. Felicia Soyanu Lafele. Please give her a round of applause. This woman has been at the forefront of pushing the frontiers of LJ Readings to where we are today.
You are welcome, man. This is another woman. In those days and up till now, she continues to fire on all cylinders. I wish you had known her when she was Ebonobo Oshano. We thank God for her life. She was there when we started barely 3 or 6 months, and she still have that flair and passion with us till now. Like I said, we thank God for her life. Mama, this is an award for you in appreciating your effort, your loyalty and all that to this friendship we call LJ Redeems Foundation. It shall be well with you. You are welcome.
Pillar of Loyalty Award still ongoing, and I would like to call on Mrs. Ọmọlára Àníkẹ́ Ayọ̀délé Queen Larry. Please give her a round of applause. This is an indefatigable woman who has been up and doing, and for every task given to her, she discharges with utmost.
You are welcome, man. Coming from the heart and soul of our beloved president of this foundation, you are getting and receiving this award for your loyalty and commitment, dedication and service that you have given to the Ejiriden Foundation. Thanks you so much. You are welcome. It shall be well with you.
Next in line. On line for the Pillar of Loyalty Awards, I have the privilege and the honor to call on Asiwaju Ekun Abijawara Idris Oluwasegun Ekun.
You are most welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, here is a man I know to be a phenomenon. He is neither here or there, and when it comes to a crossroad, you will get his full and total support. If there is anything, you will call 120% of the support or loyalty, you will get it from him, but not on a platter of gold. Gentlemen, you are welcome, sir. This is a little token from the heart and soul of our president in recognition of your support, in recognition of your commitment and service. He has just told me now that you happen to be a top financier in whatever he has laid his hand. It shall be well with you. You will continue to flow, and your family shall prosper.
Amen. Next in line, Pillar of Loyalty Awards, presented to our own Michael Abiodun Adelosi, our one and only prof in the whole house. Please step forward for the award.
You are most welcome, sir. This is an award for you in recognition with your commitment and service, dedication and loyalty to the ideals of Ejiriden Foundation. God shall continue to be with you, sir. It is well with you. You're welcome.
Still in the line of loyalty, the Pillar of Loyalty Award, presented to Mama Faith Omome Abore, the Olóòtú one of Ejiriden, Olóòtú one of Ejiriden, the General.
You are welcome, man. Here is an award for you. This is a woman you just have to hate, or you hate, or you love to hate her. But there's one thing about her. Take it or leave it. She's an achiever and a go-getter. Yes. Mama, you are welcome. This is just an award from our president to you in recognition of your service, your commitment, and to this friendship with all Ejirede Foundation. That we appreciate you and we thank you together with your family. It shall be well with you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Please appreciate her. Appreciate her.
Sorry, please. The Presidential Star Award. This is dedicated to some member that really give me positive influence to continue to inspire others. Though the award will be done at the dinner, but one of us is going for official assignment. So we are giving this to...
Okay. A Star Award presented to Sir Kennedy Mwanono. Sir Kenny, in recognition of exemplary membership and outstanding leadership role during 2025 Ejirede Foundation year, with gratitude for your dedication, service, and commitment to humanity.
You are welcome, sir. This is a token in form of an award from our president. To you, recognizing the fact that you contributed immensely to our humanitarian service, and you have done that with all leadership dedication, commitments, and heartfelt compassion. We are appreciating this in you and in your life. And we are thanking God for your life as well as your family. It shall be well with you. You are welcome, sir. Thank you.
Please to recognize Please, we want to recognize all the camp officers who have made it possible for us so much orderliness and good comportment since the beginning of this program up to this very minute. I want each and every one of them to stand and come forward. Please come forward. All camp compliant officers, please step forward. Please give them a round of applause. They are not beginning. They have sacrificed their time, they have sacrificed their resources, and everything to make sure that this program goes well. God bless you all so much. Please just stand there as we call on you one by one. Certificates. Ogunwolu, Emitele, the camp commandant. Adeoye, Adewale, Adeniran. Engineer Moses Owolabi. Is he here? Okay, now Moses. Some of that for your please. Akindele Funke Fúnkẹ́ Akíndélé tó bá. Beauty Ageze. Winchester Oasis.
I love your name, guys. All right, we have felt ready to present this award to you for the research.
Abídèmí Rosemary. Ọláwùmí Uthman. Fásọmí Olúwabùkọ́lá Olúwakẹ́misọ́lá Pastor.
I need to report that because you are asking. All right, I present this award to you for meritorious service. Thank you.
Adébọ́lá Ọ̀jẹ́rìndé Adéníkẹ́ Adeline.
Thank you for your service on behalf of your group. This is for you.
Iroa Samson Chukwuemeka, popularly known as Sammy E. Yes, Sammy E.
That's not fair. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí n dáwájú kámẹ́rà yín.
Then the next in line, the wife will pick for him. Excellency, she will pick for him.
There's something I want to show. The football match.
Then Terminal, Abemude, Taurus.
My card for Endless. They say it. Who be lion? We collect tag. Who be showing me? Who be lying again? After sex showing me, who lying again?
Is he a giant? Echo.
Echo. All of us. Echo ni lying.
Ask him. Who said no that Echo?
Ṣé Endless ló mọ Echo ni?
Almost. He was together last night.
Dr. Abiodun Oyebi.
They were together last night. Ask him.
Akíndadé Kéjì Ọmọtọ́láni. Fúnkẹ́.
Madam, thank you so much for being here. Service to you all the family. Thank you.
Akíndadé Kéjì Ọmọtọ́láni.
What's it? So how many data is it going to buy? Yesterday.
So others will collect theirs later during the news. So we are now moving fast and moving into fastest and best. Let the finalists please come forward. And all members of fastest and best committee should please, wherever they are, please come forward for recognition.
He said I should not carry it. No, you see, where is one that is representing us? Where is she? Shola. Which group? Golden verses. Golden verses are who? Golden verses. We like them.
Let me see, I'm coming. Wait first. Let me look for the good area first.
Yeah, okay. There's an important announcement that Sam Kennedy will just want to make because he has an assignment which he will be going to, and before he leaves this place, he wants to quickly make that assignment because he has a flight to catch. Please come forward, Sir Kennedy. After that, we go straight into fastest and best competition.
The mayor, the president, the deputy governor, and the deputies, the escorts, and the distinguished agents. Unfortunately, I won't be here tonight. I'm depending on God to visa. For this night, the flag for 2025 will be lower, ESO, and the 3 to 6 is going to be hosted. And before I leave, we did something last year. We are going to do better this year. Whoever is going to be the driver for 2026, we are going to support the person. Before I leave, at the first instance, whoever is called upon to drive the train for 2026, on my personal capacity as Kennedy One, I'm going to make an initial contribution of 1 million naira. Thank you.
Please give him a round of applause. Money has started rolling in for 2026. Please let's appreciate him. He has always been a financial supporter of the FDA ratings. Even for the incoming chairman, that is a big post and a moral booster, no doubt about that. Please give him one round of applause again. Because our time is fast spent and we can see that people are tired and they are hungry. We are going to shape the fastest and best program till later in the evening, during the evening session. Please, in the evening session, so that we can close and people can go and have their lunch. Thank you very much. And to close this session, so we quickly move to the first item on the convention of activities. Sisi Eko.
Ọmọ kìíní kan ẹbí kí mo ṣe tí mo kọ ibẹ̀ náà.
So,
I want to go up there.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me see what I want to do first.
I just had a good news again. Honestly, from hello, please one house, please sit down so that we can get quickly. Down here, Sokara. Down here, please let's sit down, please. Ali, please sit down. So I just got another good news from Sir Kennedy, who has been a very good supporter of the Fastest and Best program. And he just whispered into my ears